You've poured everything into your business, right? You've got a great product, you know your service is valuable, but when you put your marketing out there, you just hear crickets. It is one of the most frustrating feelings imaginable. You know you can help people, but for some reason they're just not responding. Well, the good news is there's a fix. And 9 times out of 10, the problem isn't your product, it's how you're asking people to buy it. And today, we are going to fix that. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got this passive, kind of lazy request. Contact us to learn more. It puts all the work on the customer. But the one on the right, that is an offer. It is specific, it's got a clear next step, and it lights a little fire under them with urgency and scarcity. This one simple change is the difference between silence and sales. So let's really get into why this happens. Why do so many fantastic businesses put out marketing that just falls flat? The answer usually isn't in the ad design or the clever words you used. It almost always comes down to that final critical step, the offer itself. This quote really hits the nail on the head. You can build all this momentum, tell a great story, show amazing results, but if your offer is just plain vanilla, the whole thing ends with a whimper. It fails to give people that final nudge they need to actually do something. And you have got to remember this. You don't need to reinvent your business. You don't need a totally new service. You just need to change the way you frame the invitation. It's not about what you sell, it's about the deal you put on the table. All right, so let's get to the good stuff, the solution. We're going to turn that whimper into a full-on growl. We're going to learn how to craft what's known as an irresistible offer. You know, an offer so good that your perfect customer feels like they'd be foolish to say no. And listen, it is absolutely critical to understand this difference. An offer is not just saying, we're a pizza shop or I'm a consultant. That's your business. An offer is a specific, strategic package of value that's designed to make someone act right now. It's a bundle that's almost impossible to ignore. Let's make this real. Look at these examples. The pizza shop isn't just selling pizza. They're selling a huge feast, delivered free with a deadline. The dentist isn't just offering a cleaning. They're offering a comprehensive, painless, super low-cost package that expires. See the pattern? Each one stacks a value and forces a decision. So how do we build one of these? Well, it might feel like magic, but I promise you it's a formula. And it only has 4 critical ingredients that turn a boring statement into a powerhouse offer. Here they are. A promise, a clear call to action, some real urgency, and a little bit of scarcity. When you mix these 4 things together, you create this incredible psychological pull that makes people want to act now. Let's break them down one by one. First up, the promise. Here's the thing. People don't buy features, they buy outcomes. Nobody cares about advanced analytics. What they care about is what it does for them. Double your leads in 30 days? Now that's a promise. Always, always sell the result, not the tool that gets them there. Second, you need an obvious call to action. You know the saying, a confused mind never buys. It's 100% true. You have to tell people exactly what to do next. Click the big orange button. Call this number now. Be painfully, wonderfully clear. Don't make them think. Ingredient number 3 is urgency. This is your why now. Because without a deadline, what do we all do? We put it off. It's just human nature. An expiration date forces a decision. It gives a real reason to stop thinking about it and just do it. And number 4, my personal favorite, scarcity. This is all about limited quantity. When something is rare or limited, our brains automatically think it's more valuable. This taps right into FOMO, the fear of missing out. A limit makes your offer feel exclusive and way more desirable. Okay, so you've got the 4 core ingredients. You've built the engine. Now, how do we add the turbocharger? We make the offer a complete and total no-brainer. The goal here is pretty simple, actually. We want to eliminate every single doubt, every hesitation, every possible reason someone has for saying, I'll think about it. You want them to look at your offer and feel like saying no would just be a dumb move. And you do this with 2 really powerful tactics. First, you stack the value. You just pile on bonuses that make the deal even sweeter. Then, and this is key, you remove all the risk. You offer a powerful, simple guarantee. When the upside is massive and there's literally no downside, saying yes becomes the easiest decision in the world. And here's a little pro tip for you. You probably don't even need to create anything new for your bonuses. Just think about your process. Is there a report you already create? A quick consultation you already do? You can reposition those things as valuable add-ons. It can dramatically boost your offer's appeal with zero extra work. All right, we've talked about the problem, we've walked through the solution, we've got the formula. Now it's time to put this into practice and build an offer that actually gets results for your business. Use this as your personal checklist. Go look at your website or your latest ad and be honest. Does it have a real deal? Is there a clear reason to respond now? Is the next step painfully obvious? Is there any scarcity? Are you focused on results? And finally, is it a no-brainer with a great guarantee? If you can't check every single box, that's not a failure, that's an opportunity. So let's end with a challenge. You don't have to rebuild everything overnight. Just pick one thing. What's the one thing? A deadline, a limit, a bonus, a guarantee that you can add to your offer today to make it better. Start right there. I promise you'll be amazed at the difference it makes when you finally stop hearing silence and start hearing from customers who are ready to say yes.